Students, today I am going to start the new chapter, that is chapter number 13, data handling. What do you mean by data? The information in a list can be in the form of names and numbers. Such information is called as data. Data can be represented with the help of pictograph, circle graph and bar graph as well. Bar graph is another way to represent the data or information. In this chapter we are going to learn only bar graph. So let's discuss the exercise 13.2. See the first bar graph. This bar graph shows the quantity of milk sold by a dairy during the week. In a bar graph, title convey the information given in the graph. So this is a bar graph about the milk sold during a week. On the x-axis, the days are given from Monday to Sunday. And on the y-axis, quantity of milk sold is given in liter. You have to observe this graph carefully and answer the questions given below. Now let's discuss the questions of this bar graph. The first question is, on which day was the most quantity of milk sold? To find out the quantity of milk sold most, we have to identify the longest bar in among all the bars. Now which one is the longest bar? This one. It means the answer is Tuesday, right? On Tuesday the most quantity of milk sold. Second question, on which day was the least quantity of milk sold? To find out the least quantity of milk sold, we need to identify the smallest bar now. And which is the smallest bar? This one. So the answer is Sunday. It means on Sunday, the least quantity of milk sold. Question number 3. How much more milk was sold on Thursday as compared to Wednesday? Now see the bar of Thursday and Wednesday. Let us find out first the quantity of milk sold on Thursday and Wednesday. How will you find out? You have to hold a scale like this and you have to count like this, right? So on Thursday, how much quantity of milk sold? 150 liter. And on Wednesday, how much quantity of milk sold? 100 liter. What is the difference of this two quantity? 150 minus 100 comes 50. It means how much more milk was sold on Thursday? 50 liter more milk was sold on Thursday as compared to Wednesday. Question number 4. How much milk was sold on Saturday and Sunday together? Now see the bar of Saturday and Sunday. And let us count first the quantity of milk sold on Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, 150 liter milk sold, right? And on Sunday, 50 liter milk sold. So total 150 plus 50, that is 200 liter milk sold on Sunday and Saturday together. Question number 5. What was the quantity of milk sold during the week? Here we are asked to find out the quantity of milk sold during the week. Means here we have to add the quantity of milk sold on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So if you add all the quantities of milk sold on each and every day, you will get 900. The addition will come 900. It means how much quantity of milk sold during the week? 900 liter milk sold during the week. Now see the second bar graph. This bar graph shows the number of people who use the metro on Monday. So this is a bar graph of metro use on Monday. On the x-axis the timings are given and on the y-axis the number of passengers are given. Now we have to look at this graph carefully and answer the following question. The first question is, at what time was the metro was most crowded? So see the longest bar. Which is the longest bar? This one. And what is the timing here? 6 p.m. right? It means at 6 p.m. the metro was most crowded. Second question, at what time did the least number of people use the metro? Least number of people, it means we have to see the smallest bar. Which is the smallest bar? This one. And what is the timing there? 6 a.m. It means at what time did the least number of people use the metro? At 6 a.m. Remaining questions of this bar graph comes on the second page, right? So here I am going to read the question. You just look into your textbook. Third question is, what was the difference in the number of passengers at 12 noon and 3 p.m.? Now let us find out first the number of passengers at 12 noon. How many passengers are there? 450. If you draw the line like this, the line will come in exactly between 400 and 500. So it counted, so we count it as 450, right? It means 450 passenger visited at 12 noon. Similarly, we find the number of passengers visited at 3 p.m. So let us find it out. The number of passengers visited at 3 p.m. 350. The line which comes exactly between 300 and 400, right? So we are asked to find out the difference. So 450 minus 350, it comes 100. So what is the difference in the number of passengers at 12 noon and 3 p.m.? 100. Then question number 4 is, how many people use the metro on Monday? On Monday, how many number of passengers or people use the metro? So for that you need to count the number of passengers at every time on Monday, right? Because this is a bar graph of metro use on Monday only, and different timings are given. So you need to count first the number of passengers visited at 6 p.m. How many passengers visited? 250. Wait a moment. If you draw the line comes exactly between 200 and 300. So number of passengers visited at 6 p.m. will be 250. Number of passengers visited at 9 a.m. 500. Number of passengers visited at 12 noon 450. Number of passengers visited at 3 p.m. 350. And number of passengers visited at 6 p.m. it's 600. So if you add all the number of passengers, you will get 2150. The addition will come 2150. It means how many people use the metro on Monday? 2150. And the last question of this bar graph is, at what time in the morning did the number of passengers double? See here, at 6 p.m. how many passengers visited the metro, or how many passengers use the metro? 250, right? And at 9 a.m. how many passengers use the metro? 500. At 6 a.m. there were 250 passengers, and at 9 a.m. there were 500 passengers. It means at what time the number of passengers get double? At 9 a.m. right? So at 9 a.m. the number of passengers get double. So like this you can see the third graph given in your textbook. You can observe that graph and give the answer accordingly.